Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2024 ski test. We got an updated Stockli Laser GS for you, and if you're thinking how could they improve upon the older version, I think there's some refinements in this thing that will kind of turn doubters into believers as to how this thing becomes one of the better recreational GS skis on the planet. And by recreational, I mean super high-end, very similar to what they're putting out in the race room, just in a more friendly shape to allow for cleaner and more rounder carves, a little bit more across the fall line style of skiing, certainly versus that longer FIS style GS turn. But we are still built with that wood core, 2 sheets of metal. We do have a carbon application in here, updated sidewalls, and it does get flex torsion control. So a couple of new things going on here. Carbon steering control. We do have this carbon laminate in the forebody of the ski. Really stiffens that front flex. So when you're pushing into the turn, it's going to give back to you. It's not just going to flex with you. And it gives a ton of energy going from the forebody of the turn into the tail. It's kind of like when skis beef up the tail to give rebound. This is like rebound, but in the forebody of the ski. So it's a really interesting way of using carbon. They also, when they're infusing it, use their rubber dust with their epoxy. So anytime that they're using adhesive layers in binding different laminates, they use that rubber dust in there. Gives it that smooth and really just damp feel. So that combines well with the metal laminates to make this thing about as vibration-free as imaginable. For carbon's usually not known as absorbing energy, but when it's used in this manner in between those metal laminates and with that rubber dust in there, it does make it for a pretty smooth forebody feeling to the ski. We're also getting their black racing sidewalls, so stiffer ABS phenol material in these sidewalls. And this is basically a vertical laminate in the ski. And since we have 2 of them, one for each edge, it really makes the ski stiffer. Anytime we're putting that material in a vertical manner as opposed to horizontal, it really boosts the stiffness of the ski, making it really, really agile and sharp and crisp when you're carving turns. We also get flex torsion control in this thing. So what they're doing is they're cutting out these wave-like slits in the forebody and the tail, allowing that ski to kind of have more torsional flex. And the idea is that at higher speeds, it makes it stiffer. And then at lower speeds, it allows the ski to flex a little bit more. And what it's doing is it's keeping more of the edge and more of the ski on the snow. And anytime you can manage to keep more ski on the snow, the overall personality and character is smoother. So we use that word a lot when we're talking about Stocklis. That type of technology really allows more ski to be on the snow, and then that allows them to achieve that desired result. So really, really smooth from tip to tail. And then in terms of shape, it is pretty narrow, 68 millimeters underfoot. More of a longer cut than like the WRT series of skis. So 17.1 meters in this 175. That's still kind of mid to long range when we're talking about a recreational GS shape, allowing for really aggressive skiing, high speeds. When we get to use these on our longer and wider trails here in Vermont, it's about as ideal as it gets, especially when you're dealing with kind of terrain that moves with the mountain like we have here. Really, really fun. Amazing skis. Definitely in that advanced to expert range, mostly because of the stiffness and the weight, but also because of that narrower underfoot platform. If you're kind of progressing into the advanced stages and aren't quite as comfortable with that narrower balance point, this ski is going to be pretty demanding. Anytime you're putting that much stiffness, both torsional and longitudinal into a ski, it does require more input on the skier's behalf. Otherwise, it's just going to feel a little bit twitchy. But when this thing is up on edge, it's about as powerful and smooth as it gets. So make sure you check out this 2024 Stockli Laser GS here at skiessentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.